Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav and this is Governed Agentic Automation Factory, with UiPath as the enterprise control plane for coding agents that build internal business apps. AI has made it easier than ever to ship software, but not easier to trust it. Stack Overflow's 2025 survey found that 84% of developers use or plan to use AI tools. However, over 50% of those distrust AI output accuracy. That is the exact enterprise problem. A business user can ask for an internal app, and a coding agent can produce one, but the enterprise still needs ownership, approved data access, human decisions, tests, audit, and safe release. That is the gap Agent Factory is built for. Let's see how it works. A revenue operations user asks for a customer 360 dashboard across purchases, behavior, segments, and historical activity. The important design choice is that the request does not go straight to a coding agent. It enters a UiPath governed lifecycle first. The first agent step converts a vague business ask into the facts needed to build safely. Source systems, metric definitions, filters, PII policy, refresh needs, and approval ownership. This is where the product starts turning shadow IT into a repeatable enterprise process. Before code is touched, the request becomes structured work. While the build plan generates, this is the architecture the judges should care about. Agent Factory is aligned to the Maestro BPMN track because it models a predictable request-release business process. Maestro is the process spine. UiPath agents shape requirements, governance, planning, and test summaries. Action Center is a human approval pattern. AI API workflows hand the approved manifest to the worker. Data Service carries the audit model. Test Manager and Test Cloud Evidence support release quality. The product move is that UiPath is not a logo in the corner. UiPath defines the lifecycle the coding agent has to obey. Here is the key artifact, the build manifest. A coding agent should not receive a vague prompt like make me a dashboard. It should receive approved metrics, allowed files, forbidden actions, sandbox only deployment, PII rules, expected tests, and a bounded repair limit. That is the technical heart of Agent Factory. The AI can plan and build, but the enterprise process defines the contract. This approval is not cosmetic. It is a state transition. Scope and policy are approved before any worker path can proceed. The run then moves through clarifications, governance, human gate, API handoff, build, quality, release, and finally preview. The worker path is manifest first. When live codex execution is enabled, codex works inside the contract and returns session, diff, file, test, and artifact evidence. If execution is unavailable, the run blocks honestly instead of pretending the build passed. Release approval is separate from scope approval. The app is not releasable just because AI generated it or assembled it. It needs evidence, that is test statuses, guardrails, deployment targets, rollback notes, and an accountable human decision. The output is a working customer 360 dashboard, not a static screenshot. It uses synthetic data, masked identifiers, governed KPIs, segment filters, refresh states, degraded and empty states, and metric tests. The dashboard is the proof artifact. The actual product is the governed factory around it. To close, this evidence view is the important part. The dashboard proves we can produce an internal app. The evidence proves that the enterprise can own it. The manifest captures the approved scope and policy. The audit trail records the lifecycle. The platform evidence ties the work back to the UiPath orchestration, human approvals, API handoffs, tests, and release control. And the worker contract shows that the coding agent is not acting freely. It is building inside a governed boundary. So Agent Factory is not trying to replace enterprise governance with AI. It gives coding agents an operating model enterprises can trust. The AI plans and builds, UiPath orchestrates, governs, and records the evidence. And that is Agent Factory, a controlled path from business request to reviewed internal application.